Hey now. What is going on, everybody? See if I can get this to cooperate with me. All right, I'm here. We're live. We are live and in color. I am ready to rock. I'm going to see if I can stream HD tonight and keep us looking good. I want to welcome everybody to Planet CHH Live, man. I haven't gone live in but I haven't done a live myself, and I think like 3 or 4 weeks. It's been a while. But I got news. I've got life updates I want to talk to you guys about. I got hair in my mouth. Yeah, you got to play Vinnie Vincent live. Everybody's like, "Damn, that last song was live." It's Vinnie Vincent. You got to crank him. I bought a giant pack of Ghost Energies, 5 calories. God bless this place, man. Guys, drop a like. 72 people already right at the start of the show. I'm giving away a blue Severin sticker tonight. To enter into the giveaway, you just got to be in the chat. I will overnight it to you. Listen, thank you guys for being here. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be here for about an hour. I'm gonna answer your questions. I'm gonna show you a couple titles I got. I'm gonna give you guys an update on what's to come. I've got a 4-part series on Mr. Jingles coming up on the channel. No, what do I have coming up? Well, how about this for starters? How about Who is Darkman? Who knows about this? This is my favorite Sam Raimi film, Darkman. Just got this in today, 4K UHD of Darkman. Very excited. Very excited about Darkman on 4K. This is the Scream Factory Steelbook. I ended up going with the Steelbook instead of the regular release. I just, I just figured this was the right way to go. I like it. It's my favorite Sam Raimi film. Next up, my wife was going to kill me if I did not get this. Willy's Wonderland on 4K. Now, I grabbed this. I did not grab Carrie. I grabbed Willy's Wonderland. If this is really impressive, I'll let you guys know. I won't lie to you. I'll be very, very honest with you. I'll let you know. I got this because I'm a giant Nick Cage fan, and I love this movie. I love this movie with all my being, my fibers of my being. So I got Willy's Wonderland 4K. So, yeah. Darkman is life, Dynamite Tiger. You're damn right. And then, of course, I got my Conan Barbarian set. I ended up going with the Conan Chronicles when I found out this was a hard box. I got this. Super excited to dive into this, guys. I mean, listen, I'm not going to try to intimidate y'all, but watch this. Watch this pumpkin. That pumpkin's going to talk. Hell yeah. I'm a runner, guys. Give me a break. I run, okay? Conan, 4K set. We're going to take the wrap off right now. Guys, I've got some serious life updates for y'all. Something crazy happened to me 2 nights ago. My life is different. I mean, I'm not kidding. God damn, I have menopause or something. Jesus. Let me crank the AC. Let me crank the fan. Son of a bitch. All right, before I open this up completely and I tell you guys what I got going on, then we're answering all questions tonight. We got Bryden Curry. We got Dynamite Tiger. Saturn Video. How are you, Saturn? Jonathan, how are you? Z-Pam, Dylan, Nuclear, Akeem, how are you? Knife Missionary, Stan Stanley. All right. Iron Wolf, From Screen to Shelf, how are you? Dynamite Tiger, Ian Lives. Akira, how are you? Justin Smith, how are you? John Doe Juggalo, how the hell are you? Saturn Video, how are you? Alexis Hara, how are you? Adrian James, Stephen Carson Jr., Hara Orman, how are you? Dave Vanderhoff, how are you? Kiss. Jackie 2023, how are you? Witch Hunter. Mr. Dig, Something Wicked. It's good to see everybody. Tyler Durden, Kevin Kruger, Jackie 2023, how are you? Dino Jaskowski, how are you? Astro Juicy. It's good to see everybody tonight. So yeah, let's just look at this Conan set real quick. When I found out that this was a hard box, it was a no-brainer. Would it have been nice to have the separate releases? It would have, but I actually was like, you know what? I like this release too. Now, I am of the camp that Conan the Destroyer is the better movie. But I like the artwork for the Barbarian better. So we'll see. I'm gonna watch these guys. It's a gorgeous shiny box. So I'm actually glad I got the Conan Chronicles. You damn right it's next on Alexis. Goddamn right. And it comes with that Arrow book, has that smell. Oh. Got 105 people in here. We better have 108 likes. 108 people. 108 likes. All right, guys. So yeah, I got that going on. I'm gonna watch these and review this for you guys. I'm excited about that. Like I said, this is gonna be interesting. This movie on 4K. I don't know what to expect, but rest assured, guys, you're gonna get the skinny from me on that. And one of my friends said Darkman had a little bit of wishy-washiness with some of the special effects scenes, but you know that could be part of the charm. You know what I'm saying? That could be part of it. I'm not trying to excuse it. I'll watch it for myself and I'll find out. So yeah, guys, welcome to the show. God bless each and every one of you. Let me pull up something. And like I said, guys, we're here for about an hour. I'm gonna answer your questions. We can talk about stuff, whatever you guys want to talk about. Bring it up. I just did a video today too, everybody. Physical media news and stuff, and I talked about Anchor Bay. I was getting a lot of messages about this, and it was from excitement from people, which I totally feel you. I'm excited too. But my only thing is I need people to understand this is not going to be Anchor Bay. Like, we have 62 likes. We have 113 people in here. Why do y'all hate me? No, but seriously, so with Anchor Bay coming back, it's great. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's great news. But the issue is, I think some people need to realize this doesn't mean you're getting Dawn of the Dead releases or you're getting Halloween releases again or stuff like that. All those movies have been redistributed. Other people have the licenses to them. And this is kind of like a new slate for Anchor Bay. This is like a brand new thing. Like, pretend it, you almost can pretend Anchor Bay never happened in a sense. Austin says it looks like they're going the Vestron route. That's exactly what I said they should do on my video today. That's exactly what I said they should do. Will they do that? I'm not sure. I'm being very cautious. I just don't want people to get really excited about this and then they say, oh man, this isn't what I expected. Just be very cautiously optimistic, guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy on this. Believe me. I just want people to be very, very cautious about this. This is not Anchor Bay, meaning coming back saying, hey, all those titles you got on DVD back in the day, we're doing 4Ks of it. It's not happening. So, excuse me. What are your thoughts on Malignant? Jonathan asks. Malignant was good. That was the not Ty West. That was the James Wan movie. I really liked it. I had a great time with it. Big fan of the channel from Ireland. I'm Irish myself, Steven. I got a lot of Irish blood in me. I think we need a big spicy announcement sooner or kill over. Well, you know, I agree. I think we kind of got something like that coming because we got wind that Terminator is going to be screening in theaters this year again. What that probably means is that the movie's getting restored, and we're going to see the Terminator, it's in its new 4K restoration being shown at the theater the way The Abyss was, which I probably should have gone to see, but I didn't. And if that's the case, a 4K for the Terminator is inevitable. Somebody today messaged me, guys, this is important, because we've been talking about, I got to tell you guys what happened to me 2 days ago. I think you guys are going to be like, holy crap. Brandon, how are you? So somebody messaged me today and says, hey, I have the new digital version, the 4K digital release of True Lies. It looks nothing like those screenshots you were talking about. I forgot who it was, and I'm not going to just say the person's name because it was a DM, and that would be rude of me. But they said it didn't look anything like those screenshots. If that's the case, guys, and those screenshots were fake, thank God, because those screenshots were disgusting. It looked like a matte painting of the movie. So, you know, I'm not going to lose hope yet. I'm going to stay cautiously optimistic. Eli says Brandon is here to flip trays. No fat pinhead in the chat tonight. I need that in a crazy looking steelbook. Has there been any updates on the Toxic Avenger? I'll answer this question. I'm going to tell you guys what happened to me. Has there been any updates on the Toxic Avenger remake? It's done. It's finished. It actually screened somewhere at a festival. I think what they're figuring out is who's going to distribute the film, because Troma, I think, licensed out the IP for it to be made by a company. The film is done, but I think that's what they're figuring out, or they could be figuring out what's the way to go with this, because you got to think about this with Terrifier 2 becoming this big theatrical success. They might try to figure out a way to go that route with some kind of limited kind of theater thing. I don't know. It's done. The movie's finished. It's screened already. It's a decent reviews. So I don't know. We're going to see. Melanie says, one of my favorite YouTubers who, thank you, Melanie. It's really kind of you. I appreciate that. All right. So this is what happened to me, guys. 2 nights ago, I can't even make this up. Let me see how many likes we got, by the way, because we got to crack 100. And then I'm calling somebody on the phone. It's going to be a surprise. We got 78 likes. We're doing better. Let's get to 100. We got 126 people. Oh, Duncan with a $4 super chat. Let me give you a little clip, Duncan. Let me show you how we roll.
With all these nicknames, everyone that I accumulate like 3 pounds of fat. With all these nicknames, everyone that I...
Sorry. I did it twice. First of all, Duncan, thank you very, very much for the $4 super chat. I really appreciate that. Are you going to pick up the Kickboxer Steelbook? Duncan, of course I am, because I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme fanatic. Even if I want the movie on 4K, and even if the movie probably will hit 4K overseas, I got to collect Van Damme stuff. Kickboxer is such an amazing movie with the Stan Bush soundtrack. I am going to grab the Steelbook, Duncan. Long-winded answer, but you gave me money, so you deserve a long-winded answer. I really appreciate that super chat. Yes, I can't wait to get Kickboxer. Never surrender. I love that song. All right, guys, this is what happened to me. I get home from work Sunday night. What day is? No, Saturday night. I'm talking to the wife. We have 2 dogs. We've got a pug and we've got a Boston Terrier. And a lot of my friends were like, dude, get another dog. They always tell me this, like, because down where I live in the South, people just have a bunch of dogs. They don't have one dog. They have a bunch of dogs. And we talk about my dogs and stuff. And dude, you got to get another dog. And every now and again, me and my wife will entertain the idea. And so what happened was we were laying in bed, just kind of watching TV. And we've been on a big catfish kick lately, guys, on the show, catfish. So I was telling City, if we got another dog, I'd like to get like kind of a bigger dog, something for like, not necessarily protection, but like just, it's nice. Maybe in the heat of some kind of incident, if you got a big dog on your side, it's always nice to just have one. But I want a nice dog. I don't want a pit bull or nothing. And I know pit bulls probably get a bad rap because they're trained to fight. And I know that they're probably sweet animals. They're supposed to be anyway. They just have an aggressive name, because I have 2 friends that have pit bulls and they come up to me and they're the sweetest can be. Anyway, getting off topic. I told Sydney, Jesus Christ, I got to slow down on the energy drinks. I've had like 4 today. I told Sydney, if we got a dog, we should probably get something like a Labrador, because they're kind of like the working man's golden retriever. And they got good, keen senses. They're really hunting dogs and duck hunting dogs down here. So that was it. And City was like, yeah, that'd probably be nice. This is crazy. I can't make this up. I'm going to go get the dog and I'm going to show you guys if y'all want to see it. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in the morning. We hear crying outside of the house. And City's like, do you hear that? And guys, it's like, I mean, it's loud. It's so loud that I think it's coming from inside my house. I get up. I'm kind of taken aback. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And you know how sometimes when you wake up and you hear like a noise, and as soon as you kind of get up, it goes away? Well, I got up and it didn't go away. As a matter of fact, it actually stayed just as prominent. And City's like, what is going on? I did not have, I'm sorry. I didn't have 4 of these today. I'm just in a good mood. That's the honest truth. And I'm in a good mood, and I'm just drinking my energy drink. I did not have 4 of these. I'm a nurse. I would never do that. Or I have my license. I'm not a practicing nurse, but I know I'm not supposed to have 4 of these. Anyway, so I get up and I start making my way to the side door of the house because we don't use the front door. I don't know if that's just a Southern thing, but none of us use the front door. We all use the side door. But the sound's coming from the front door. I turn on the porch light. I'm looking out there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I've got something in my hand, if you know what I mean, just to be safe, because I don't know what the hell this is. I kind of walk outside, and the noise is still right there. You can't see my front door from the side porch. You have to walk out of the porch, and then the front door is kind of like pushed back 2 or 3 feet from where the opening of the side porch is. So you have to walk out and then go to your right to then see the front door. Sydney's right behind me. I kind of walk out and I look. I'm not the most religious person in the world. What's on the doorstep? A lab. 4 a.m. A dog is on my doorstep, crying, scratching at the door, and it's a puppy. It's not a full-grown dog that wandered off and is just kind of like a some kind of yard dog or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. And when I see the dog, I freeze because I'm like, is this a trick? Because sometimes people will lure you out the house, then they'll try to do something and get inside. That wasn't the case. So I was like, Sydney, that's not a dog. So Sydney grabs the dog, instantly brings it inside, brings the dog inside. And Sydney goes, Christian, what's going on with this? Is this dog? Where'd this dog come from? And she goes, Sydney, she goes, Christian, smell the dog. I'm like, why? She goes, just do it. So I smell his back, and he smells. I use Irish Spring body wash. Okay, I know what Irish Spring smells like. The dog smelled like body wash. Somebody just bathed the dog that day or the day before. The dog had a very clean scent on him. Okay, and I'm like, what's going on? So Sydney by this point, we're awake. I have work this morning. So by this point, Sydney gets online and she takes a picture of the dog. Now, mind you, the dog had a white stripe, a little strip on his neck. So Sydney takes a picture of just the head up, and I didn't realize what she was doing at first, but then it made sense. She posted on Facebook and all that. She's like, hey, lost dog in the area. The dog's fine. It's with us. If you or somebody you know is missing this animal, get in touch with us, that sort of thing. And I was like, well, Sydney, why didn't you take a picture of the full body of the dog? And this is Sydney. I guess it's maternal instincts or just smart, quite frankly. She goes, well, I'm not going to take a picture of the full dog where they can see the white little stripe on his neck, because odds are a ton of people could just be like, oh, that's my dog, and they want a free dog. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So a day goes by. We don't hear nothing. And I got an interesting story about how I'm going to end up keeping this dog, and then I'm going to answer questions. I don't want to just talk all night. Well, of course, I'm the only one here, so I will be talking, but I want to talk to the chat. I go to work the next day, and I have a friend that works with me that has had labs his whole life. Okay? It's the South. Everybody duck hunts down here and stuff like that. I'll get to that in a second, CR. And I told my friend at work, I was like, hey, man, let's see if we got 100 likes. You guys are killing me with this crap. So 93. We're so close. We're so close. Irish Night, hang tight. I'm gonna talk about that, dude. I rebranded my channel to Planet CHH for a reason. Hang tight. I don't just do horror anymore. So listen. So I go to work. I'm talking to my work friend. I was like, hey, this dog showed up on my porch, and the dog's perfectly clean. It's a puppy. You would think where I live, there's a lot of grass and woods where I live. You think the dog would have like muddy paws? I said the dog was spotless. He goes, let me see pictures of the dog. We checked for a microchip. And and my ruin, this is what my dad said when I had the idea about the microchip. My dad said if the dog had a microchip, the dog would have been picked up by now. And I was like, well, that makes perfect sense. If the dog got lost and it had the chip in it, they'd have been here by now. That's just fact, my ruin. So I thought the same thing. You kind of answer your own question when you ask that, right? Like, hey, does the dog have a microchip? Well, if it did, the owners would have gotten it by now. So my buddy goes, let me see pictures of his paws. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand why. And then he looks at pictures of the paws and he goes, this dog got dumped on you. I was like, what do you mean? Because this is something I could never physically possibly do, is dump a dog on somebody's porch, because I'm a decent human being. And I was like, why do you think they dumped the dog? He goes, well, think about it. You said the dog was spotless. It's a puppy. And he goes, the reason I wanted to see the dog's paws is because Labradors are supposed to have webbed feet. Their front paws are supposed to be webbed. And if sometimes the dog's paws aren't webbed that much, and hunting people don't like that. I was like, well, why don't they like that? I'm ignorant to this, guys. I live in the South, but I'm a city boy. My heart belongs in New York. Okay, I just happen to live in Louisiana. I'm a New York kind of guy. And he goes, well, because the dog's feet aren't webbed that well, it's not going to be a good swimmer. A duck hunting guy would have no use for this animal. The dog got dumped on you. And I was like, well, why do you think they picked me? He goes, a lot of these people, they put on binoculars from the street or whatever, and they check and see if you've got a Ring camera. And I don't have a Ring camera. I'm getting one now. Getting a Ring camera now. But, I think that makes sense. So we got literally a black lab showed up. Let me tell Sydney to bring me the dog. You guys can see the dog. Let me tell Sydney. So that's what happened to me, guys. That's what happened to me. Okay, so people are correcting me. Even if it's microchip, you'd have to take it to the vet to scan that, then contact the owner. Unfortunately, people dump dogs all the time. They do. You're right, they do. It's sad. As I hear horror stories about people dumping baby cats in a garbage can, like a litter of cats, So what are we gonna name him? I named him Huey Lewis. I named the dog Huey Lewis. So I have 3 dogs now. I've got Chevy Chase. I agree, Melanie. I have Chevy Chase. My other dog's name is Owen Hart, the wrestler. My pug, Owen Hart. And now we've got Huey Lewis. So Huey Lewis Hannah. So the dog's name is Huey, but I always give my dogs nicknames. And because he's going to be a monster, this is going to be a big dog, guys. This dog's going to be, it's a lab. It's going to be a big dog. One of my favorite shows is Breaking Bad. You remember that big black guy on Breaking Bad that was working with, he worked for Saul Goodman? I loved him. He was one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad. Huel. Huel, you in a good mood? Reasonably. So his nickname is going to be Huel, but his name is Huey Lewis. So come on in, Sydney. Sydney's going to bring the dog real quick. Come in. Come on. Let me go grab him. I don't think Sydney wants to come in here. Let me go grab him. Hang tight. It's only going to be for a second. So, guys, this dog shows up on the porch, and it's a black lab. So this is Huey Lewis, and that's where we're at. I know it's a puppy, but here's the thing. And I talked to my buddy at work. I was like, how big is he going to get? Look how thick the paws are. Look how thick his paws are. Look how thick his hands are. When he grows into these paws, guys, this is probably going to be an 80-pound animal. He's going to be massive. I don't think you guys understand. He's going to be fucking huge. Like, I'm going to saddle him up, and the never-ending story theme is going to play, and I'm just going to fly off into the sunset. You understand what I'm saying? This dog is going to be gigantic. So, this is Huey Lewis, and he's going to take off. Y'all, there he is. Now, give a thumbs up if y'all want to see Chevy Chase or Owen Hart. All right, Sydney. So, guys, listen, I want to answer some questions now. He is going to get big. Thank you, Wintersteel. He's an angel. He looks like my dog, says Jackie. How are the other dogs reacting to him? That's actually a really good question, Justin. Chevy Chase. City, bring Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase is an angel. He's a really type B personality dog, but Chevy is very protective. And once Chevy got the sense that, hey, he's here to stay, Chevy was solid as a rock. I mean, he watches out for when Huey goes outside in the backyard. Chevy, stays behind him, lets him go out and, go to the bathroom, and Chevy will watch him, make sure he doesn't stray off. And if he starts wandering, Chevy will actually go and get him and lean him, learn him. We have a fence in the back, but he'll kind of like get him to come back up to the house. Chevy, come here. Oh. This is Chevy Chase. He's big. This one's solid as a rock. He's big. He's a big old boy. All right. Owen, come here, Owen. And this is my baby boy, Owen. Owen's good. Chevy's older. Owen's 3 and Chevy's 4. Somebody says he doesn't look like he's purebred. Tyler said that. I think the same thing, but there's a chance. I did Google this, Tyler. I said, can labs be black and white? And the answer I got was they can. It's recessive traits that can cause it, but they can be black and white with a little bit of white on the neck. And as a matter of fact, Tyler, the picture that shows up, if you do this real quick, Tyler, go to Google and type in can labs be black and white? The picture that shows up, Tyler, looked like Huey. I mean, to a T. The picture that shows up looks exactly like Huey. I'm not even kidding. All right, Sadie, come get these bastards. Oh. All right, guys, let's talk some movies. Thank you. I wanted to let my audience know about that because, I don't think I talk about my life enough. Some stuff is private, of course. I don't talk about every endeavor that I have going on, but something like that, I think you guys would probably want to know. So, love the name. Huey's my friend's dog's name, too. He is 100% Siberian Husky, and Max, my dog, is part Retriever and Siberian. Wow. Have y'all had a family portrait with the dogs? No, not yet. We have not. All right, let's see where we're at. We have 107 likes. We did it. No, Tyler, you could be right still. I just don't know. I'll have to take him to the vet and find out. Do you think we'll get the Convent 4K, but in standard edition? You want to know the truth, horror fan? I think what's going to happen is they're not going to do a standard edition for A, at least a couple of years, or B, they're just going to finally drop the price on the release. Because just $50 is too much. Open the gate. Pop off that black piece to the side. Pull it to pop, grab the lever and push it to the right. Push down and to the right. Yeah. So there you And what's going to happen is they're probably just going to drop the price on the release that they have now, because what they have now isn't exactly a special edition. It's pretty much a standard edition. Yeah, we're going to do what we can. I mean, once the dog's in the house for a little while, you know, Sydney got so attached to him. It's just one of those things, Nathan. You know, if it was a big dog, I probably would have, truthfully, I would have been hesitant. We probably ultimately would have brought the dog in, but the fact that it was a puppy, I mean, if some jackass dropped it off, it's just sad, you know, whatever, it's their loss, you know, but it's just how some of these jackasses are, man. They do get put down, you know. We have a couple places here that are like for animals, but there a couple of them, like they end up euthanizing a lot of the dogs, you know. What are the chances we'll actually see a Hatchet box set like you've been hinting at? Guys, I'm so glad you brought this up. I've actually got a video. I need to go to bat for Adam Green. I've actually got a video I'm going to work on. I'm going to give you the title of the video, okay? And I want you guys to be thinking about this in the back of your head. I'm going to film this tomorrow. It's going to come out next week. The title of the video is this: Why Terrifier Broke Mainstream, but Victor Crowley didn't. And believe me, this is not just me saying, oh, let me take two horror characters and just put them together to talk about them. No, there is a lot of consistent traits between the two, parallels in terms of the quality, the parallels in terms of the budgets of these movies, the way these movies were sourced, the way they were filmed. There are so many parallels with these two series, with Terrifier and Hatchet. And I'm going to go over why Hatchet did not break mainstream the way Terrifier did. Okay, this is going to be like something I'm going to talk about from an economic standpoint, a timing standpoint. This is not going to be me saying, well, Terrifier is just more fun than Hatchet. Okay, because if you want my answer on that, you may not like it. It's really going to be about timing. It's going to be about the world today, the way things are done today. It's going to be a good video. It's going to be a good video. But it's nothing to do with one movie is better than the other. I'm telling you, this is not that kind of video. So you guys be thinking about that. It's going to be a great video. I'm telling you. To answer the question, will we see a box set? You know, Jimmy, somebody hit me up and said, because I did a video, I've been doing lost horror films for my movie collection. And for those of you that may not have watched one of those, I've done 2 episodes. What that is movies I've bought in the past or movies that are in my collection that I never talked about from years prior. I'm going through my collection and I'm doing videos talking about them and either saying, hey, check this out or rent this. It's not a horror Blu-rays I want you to own, because clearly that is me saying buy these movies. But this is saying, hey, you know what? I checked this movie out 6 years ago. I never reviewed it. I never talked about it. And the truth is I kind of like this one. Or, hey, I watched this movie and I wasn't a big fan, but let's talk about it. So it's actually a cool way to talk more about the movies in my collection, because I have thousands of movies. And, you know, that's the thing. To answer the question finally, what are the chances we'll see a Hatchet box set? I did an episode where I talked about a Hatchet entry, and somebody said to me, oh, Christian, I heard Adam Green on a podcast say that he's making a Hatchet box set. Now, I haven't seen any posts from Physical Media President or Dawn of the Discs about this, but I asked the person what podcast, and I never heard back from him yet. I may need to check my DMs on this, but they said, oh, no. I heard Adam Green say, oh, yeah, they're going to do a box set this year. I think we'd all love that. So anyway, hopefully that's coming. I'd like a Wrong Turn box set. I agree. I love Wrong Turn. This is a good comment. Horror fan says, is it just me or does Vinegar Syndrome selection starting to become bargain bin stuff? I still love Vinegar Syndrome, but I think Arrow and Scream Factory is better as releases. You know, it's an interesting thing, Horror fan, because I try to be respectful, because the truth is You could look at my movie collection and poke fun at me on a number of things. That's just reality. I buy a lot of duplicates of movies I love that I don't need. I like to buy a lot of found footage stuff, which a lot of people, say, come on, Christian, what are you doing? Found footage sucks. There are things in my collection you could absolutely give me grief over. You could. That's just facts. But I do have a hard time understanding how people could pay for these vinegar syndrome almost like package things for X amount of money, where they're getting a bunch of movies where, quite frankly, the budgets on them were the equivalent of a school lunch. And it's just, I don't know. I can't bring myself. I could never do that. I just couldn't. But hey, the thing about it is, horror fan for life, there is nobody that is a better marketer, knows how to rally their customers better than Vinegar Syndrome. And that's a testament to them. They have the most hype. They make events out of their announcements. They tell people, get ready. We got an announcement coming. Their packaging is absolutely the best. So it's really a testament to Vinegar Syndrome as a company, how dedicated their fans are, because they're so good at what they do. So I got to put them over in the same breath while agreeing with you. It's a testament to them. Yes, I agree that the announcements are somewhat of a letdown, but you'd be lying to yourself if you didn't say, maybe this is going to be it. I'm excited this time. We all get excited. Let's see. Irish Knight says, hey, Christian, did you answer the questions about doing more 80s and 90s action movie top 10s, top Sly and Arnie movies? What is your favorite movie to pump you up when you're down in the dumps? So Irish Knight, I don't know how long you've been a viewer of the channel. About 2 years ago, I used to be Christian Hannah Horror. That's what CHH stands for, and that's what people call me. So, how you doing, Brian Trash? I see you in the chat. That's what people call me. So, I didn't want to change my persona. Is a silly word because that's making way more out of it than what it really is. But I didn't want to change my moniker because people call me CHH. I like that. And I didn't want that to go away, but I needed to rebrand my channel because I was so burnt out on strictly just talking about horror movies that I was about to stop. You guys just weren't going to see the channel. I wasn't going to make a goodbye video. I wasn't going to, what have you. I just wasn't going to make a thing about it. I just was so burnt out. The idea of coming in here and just talking about horror movies made me sick. I wanted to vomit in a bag. Okay. So what ended up happening was I decided I'm just going to rebrand to something to open myself up to be allowed to talk about more movies. Because the truth is, Irish Knight, nobody is a bigger Stallone fan than me. I own every movie he's ever made on DVD and Laserdisc. Okay? So when I rebranded, I needed to do something that opened me up a little bit more. And quite frankly, Stallone inspired the rebrand. Okay? Because when I was watching a bunch of Arsenio interviews, Stallone was wearing Planet Hollywood jackets, and so I would see when Planet Hollywood opened, it was Arnie, Sly, and Bruce Willis that were kind of like partners in this thing. And I always loved the Planet Hollywood logo, and I'm sure still to this day people will say, "What does Planet CHH mean? Like, where did that come from?" And I was like, do you not remember Planet Hollywood? And they were like, not really. And I was like, man, maybe it's just me that remembers it. But of course, people have to remember Planet Hollywood. Planet CHH is a play off of that, Planet Hollywood. And what that means is I'm opening myself up to talk about what all that I love. And I'll tell you what's got me really excited. My Mario Brothers box set, the big one from Umbrella, just shipped. And everybody that made fun of me saying you're going to be the only one that buys it, it's sold out. It's sold out. Every special release of that movie sold out. The only thing you can get is the standard release. So whoever said that, own up to it and apologize right now. Apologize, because I know some of you in this chat. I'm sure it was Justin Smith. I want an apology. But I have done some action. I've done a lot of action videos, and I'm going to do more Irish Night. So my best bet is for you to stick around. Stick around. Because in my next room, I've got an original Rambo 3 poster on the wall. So thank you. We got another super chat from Big K's Movies and Games. I was watching The New Blood, and the house explosion at the end is so ridiculously huge the damn ground shakes. I swear that was half the budget there. Well, it certainly went over the explosion levels that they anticipated. That's for sure. And I think they said that it actually destroyed a lot of equipment. So the only film footage that they got, they used in the movie, and it was only a few frames, and they played it. They slowed it down, slow-mo, and they kind of reused shots, and they kind of like flipped the image to make it look like it was something else. So yes, it's a great shot though. I mean, fire, here's the thing too, fire, anybody that's into the 4K format and they see a fire explosion, fire always looks good in high definition. It always looks good in high definition. So, we got that. But thank you so much, Big K. Let me give you a super chat clip.
The best part of eating corn on the cob is when like shit sprays out of it and you hit somebody in the eye with the water.
Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jamie, how are you? All right, take it easy, people. Some people are heading out. I know this is not movie related, CHH, but how do you like The Rock coming back and being a part of the bloodline? I haven't enjoyed wrestling. Connor, I know you're a young kid. Ask your dad, if your dad's with you. Ask your dad how good wrestling was in the late 90s. Connor, the world was watching wrestling. I'm not joking. The world was watching it. And this is the first time since I was a kid that I have excitement like I used to. It's incredible. They only made 5 of those big Mario box sets. That's not true. Get the hell out of here. You know they made at least 10. Did you like watching TCM4 last night? I had a great time. Oh, you're totally right. I do a lot of horror. So I understand how it can be hard to see some of that. Oh, man. A horror movie where a couple gets an old video store and uncovers a dark history with the store where the owner was making snuff films. Now, that would be a sick movie. Irish Knight says, just got laid off my job unexpectedly. What movie can you recommend me to get out of my depression? Well, first of all, Irish Knight, I'm sorry that happened. I know right now you're probably feeling really bummed out. Life has a way of working itself out. That door's shut, but there's one opening up right in front of you. And I know that's cliche to say, but let me tell you, man, it just is the truth. Life has a way of working itself out, man. Do you think we'll get a Human Centipede box set soon? The answer is yes. The answer is absolutely yes. I think when Vinegar Syndrome got that deal with IFC, that kind of solidified that that's going to be something they're going to do. It's definitely going to come back. If not, overseas we'll do something, and you better be region free. When does the Halloween franchise Breakdown Planet Dirty come out? Not for a while. I really have no desire to do that. I really don't. I've talked about Halloween. There's nothing else I can say. But we actually do have something fun coming up, and I'm gonna have somebody on the phone up here in a second to tell you. But I've done so much Halloween stuff with UNITA, and I don't know how much more I could do on the subject. I really don't, unless it's fun watch-alongs or something, because we never did all those movies. So any movie to get you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't answer your question. Any movie to get you out of depression? Return of the Living Dead Part 2, definitely that. You know what's funny, Austin? I just talked about You're Next on Horror Blu-rays I Want You to Own. I just talked about that movie. I love that movie. Maybe I did, Thomas, but right now, no, I shouldn't say that, because if the people want it, I want to give it to them. If the people want it, I'll give it to them. Just not right now. Maybe this Halloween. Maybe this Halloween we'll do it. Got a box coming from Mondo Macabro. Very nice. The first two RLTLDs are unparalleled. You goddamn right they are. You're damn right they are. Damn shame Cheerleader Camp never got a Blu-ray release. So what's going on with that was I got what's his face? Michael Felcher broke that down why. Horror theater. What happened was when it got released on DVD, the film was under the ownership of a person, aka the director of the movie. So what happened was he passed away, and it either has some kind of limbo with the family or the movie defaulted back to a company. We don't know exactly, but it's completely lost in legal limbo. Maybe if that gets settled, it would happen. I would have to assume, but you better have that Anchor Bay DVD. That's all I'm saying. But that was what Michael Felcher talked about. I like a watch along for Misery. Misery's great. Misery's really good. So, refresh. At 125 likes. God bless you guys. We have a great turnout tonight. We got 159 of y'all in here. Wow. Thank y'all for being here tonight. 160. Thank y'all for being here. I'm sorry if I already answered this, but what is your favorite found footage? You know, it's tough, right? Because this subgenre is the most subjective. I feel like there are less universal truths in found footage than any other subgenre. And what I mean by that is this. If I said, guys, what's the best slasher film? 8 out of 10 people are probably going to say Halloween. If I said, guys, what is the best zombie film? I think the winner would probably be Dawn of the Dead, right? I think that would probably be the winner. What is the best? Pick another subgenre. If I said, what's the best found footage movie? The answer would probably be Blair Witch, but I don't think it would be that clear cut. But what is my favorite? It's tough because it depends on the day. Do I love Blair Witch? With all my heart. I love it this much. Got it tattooed on me. I love it that much. I also love the Poughkeepsie tapes. And that's a movie that people either agree with me and they say, dude, that movie's way too intense. Or they say, that wasn't scary at all, Christian. So, Melanie, I recommend you check out the Poughkeepsie tapes. Poughkeepsie, New York. If you don't know what I'm saying, because I know it's a weird name for a town. Poughkeepsie. The Poughkeepsie tapes is one of my favorites. We got a super chat from Dynamite Tiger. Thank you so much. $4.99. Thanks for all you do. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for being here. And thank you guys for supporting my channel. And I just thank you guys. Thank you so much. Let me give you a clip.
Listen to me. The next time you have to think of buy a box of milk duds or sneak them in, and go to the hot butter and drizzle it all into the box of milk duds. It is the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
Son of a bitch. All right, guys. We got something special coming up. Let me get it set up. All right, y'all, check this out. So, I got myself a little mixer where I can plug up stuff and plug my phone up to my mixer. And let me see something. I seen the trailer for Long Legs. I don't know what to make out of it, Iron Wolf. Love Lies Bleeding. I'm going to check that out. It interests me. If New World Pictures was still around, do you think they'd be putting out good Blu-rays or 4Ks? Well, they didn't put out. Did they put out movies for home video, or were they just a production company? That was a production company, right? They didn't put out home videos. Or they didn't put out video. Or am I wrong? Did New World Pictures actually put out physical media, or were they just a production company? Droid Post said, I found Cheerleader Camp for $5. Jesus. Orc, what's up, dude? All right. Let me see something. Tell me if you guys can hear this. I'm just going to play it for a second. Let me play one of my songs. That way it doesn't copyright me. Tell me if you guys hear this. Did you guys hear that? That was my song, You Can't Hide from the Beast Inside. Did y'all hear that? I'm on Spotify, by the way. Everybody heard it? All right. So I wanted to bring in call-ins in a really big way, and this is a test tonight, okay? The issue is I can no longer have even my Google Voice phone thing pop up on the screen for a second. So I'm going to let people I trust and know be able to call into the show, and they're going to call my phone, so they're going to have my number, and you're going to have something happen like this.
What is happening?
Big Money, Dirty Brandon Tabato, you're on the air.
Oh, excellent. What's up, everybody?
Brandon, what are you doing?
Happy,
What are you doing right now?
I am trying to fix a shelf in my kitchen that just collapsed because I guess I had too many cans of soup on it. It just collapsed. It just fucking fell. It fell down.
Now, can you tell me what flavor of soup it was? Was it chicken? Are we talking? What are we talking? SpaghettiOs? What are we looking at here?
So listen, on this specific shelf, I'm going to give you the breakdown. There was 3 cans of cream of chicken, 4 cans of French onion soup, which are mine, 1 can of ravioli, 1 can of green beans, and it was probably the fucking green beans
that's what did it.
That pushed it over the edge. I can't have that kind of stuff in my cupboard.
Are your cans all dented now, or?
No, they're all right. I'm gonna eat one.
You gonna eat the green beans?
I'm eating the French onion soup right now.
Brandon, I wanted to get you on the horn. Like I said, thank you for letting me borrow you for a few minutes because, like I said, I wanted to bring the call-ins back to the show, but I needed to figure out a way where I don't put any kind of phone number on the screen whatsoever. And because naturally what happens is, you know what I found out by doing that, Brandon? People like to call into the show and yell. I don't know why they think this is funny, but they want to call into the show and yell racial slurs at me. And that's not cool, man. I got black people that watch my show. I have friends like Akeem. He doesn't need to be hearing that on the show.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
So now I can have people call in, but they have to have my number. So, and I don't have to put a number on the screen. So thank God. But Brandon, I'm not gonna keep you long. Can you kind of tell people, we don't have the date for the show yet, but can you kind of tell people what we're doing next month for Planet Dirty in its totality? Because it's a big show.
I forget the specific title, but it's going to be what is it called? Give me 1 second. Let me remember the name of the title. It's called I
can text you the thumbnail.
Text me the thumbnail because I don't have it. Everybody pardon my dementia here. It's a pretty epic title. I don't want to screw it up.
He's old and folded.
It's gonna be a big show. It's probably going to be the biggest Planet Dirty ever.
I know, and you say that, but honestly, I think it is. We have a lot planned for this. I sent you the text. See if you get it.
All right, here it is. I got it. So here's the title, everybody, for the March episode of Planet Dirty. We are doing the Leprechaun versus Uncle O'Grimacy Shamrock Shake Shakedown, plus the ranking of the Leprechaun franchise.
So, Brandon, we were talking about this. I said, Brandon, they need to bring back the Shamrock Shake. They took it away.
They did.
They brought it back this year. This is fate.
It is fate.
So
destiny is calling.
Now, Brandon, did you went and got a Shamrock Shake the day we talked about it?
I did. Yeah, we went through McDonald's. My daughter wanted McDonald's after dance class, and they had the Shamrock Shake. So I was like, "Eff it." I got one for her, a small one, and a large one for myself, and it was so good.
I was gonna say, can you give it on the Tabato scale? What did you? Is it a watch again, or is it a buy this, or is it a Crystal Skull?
It's definitely a Crystal Skull because I feel like the flavor is enriched and the sugar levels are just off the charts. Like if you're near diabetes, don't drink the shake. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's so good.
When you first take that sip and it hits your tongue though, do you almost worry because it is a mint shake that it's like, ooh, I feel like I'm at the dentist, but then that sweetness hits and it's like, holy shit, this is incredible. You know what I mean? Like when I had my first one, I really thought I was going to hate it. I really did.
Yeah. Well, the flavor is technically spearmint.
Spearmint.
Correct?
Spearmint.
Yeah. I love those spearmint peppermints on Christmas time. So I sort of have a bias with spearmint already, but I get what you're saying. There's sort of a toothpastey quality to it, but I like toothpaste too. I eat it sometimes. So it's just, you just have to have a relationship with it, I guess.
Brandon, really quick, I'm gonna keep you for like 2 more minutes, then we're gonna wrap up the show. I'm not gonna be a long time. Keith asked a question I think you should answer. If I didn't like Leprechaun 1, should I keep going?
Yes, because I did, and I found much more enjoyment with the later films. I won't say what or why or which film, but you're probably the same way, that the first one's great, but it was the
I think Keith would like 3. I feel like 3 is the fan favorite.
3 is the fan favorite. It's probably, well, it's not the most fun to me, but it's definitely out there.
Is it the Jason Takes Manhattan of
Vegas?
You know what I'm saying? Is it kind of like the JTM of the Leprechaun series?
Well, I don't know, man. I guess you can. Well, yeah, I guess so. It sort of is.
It's kind of more so, really, because he doesn't get on a boat and go to Vegas. He goes to Vegas.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
So yeah, I'm excited. And the last thing I was going to say to you in the chat, Brandon, was, so when I told you I wanted to make it an Uncle O'Grimacy show, I think you kind of even said to me like, a what? And I'm shocked to know not a lot of people remember Uncle O'Grimacy. People know Grimace, obviously.
Right.
But you didn't remember Uncle O'Grimacy either.
Yeah, no memory at all. It's bizarre. I feel like it's a false memory or something.
Yeah. And to be fair, I just was watching old Shamrock Shake commercials, and then I was like, is that Grimace? And then I found out it's Uncle O'Grimacy. So,
yeah. Well, regarding our Leprechaun show, I have to self-admit to everybody here that I have some homework to do, because I have still yet to see Leprechaun Origins or Leprechaun Returns. So I have to watch those immediately. Yeah.
I'm excited for you to see Returns, because, God, dude, I tell people all the time, Brandon, Leprechaun Returns is better than Halloween 2018. It's the same movie. It's like it's a sequel to the original. Leprechaun Returns is insanely funny. And
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, Lyndon Porco takes over the role, but and he did a good job, and the makeup in Returns is so good. Origins is one of the worst movies ever. So but I have a feeling you'll love it.
It's not even a real. Well, I'll get to that. We'll dive into that.
Dude, it's horrible. It's a WWE film. You remember how they were made? Dude, it's horrible.
Yeah, Slughorn plays the Leprechaun, right? His name's Slughorn or no?
No, it's Hornswoggle. Slughorn. Oh man. Well, listen, hey, Brandon, I really appreciate you calling in. I'm glad. I just wanted to get you on the horn so you could tell people about the show. And Jerry says Brandon will be defending Origins like Ravager.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Brandon's gonna say, dude, if you add some film grain to the Leprechaun Origins, it's a perfect movie.
It's the goddamn truth. It will be the truth. I will stand by it.
Brandon, so your channel's still in the clear, real quick. You got full monetization?
I do have full monetization. I'm cooking up a new format. Things are slow right now, but I'm working on a new format. But there's plenty of content from this year that are up for grabs, I should say, for you to go and check out. So
good.
Thorough stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to take slow. It's going to be hard to film videos if you got cabinets falling and you got cans of soup everywhere. But
it's a crisis, dude.
All right, well, Brandon, thank you so much for calling, man. I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
All right, cool, man.
All right, brother. Bye.
Bye.
So check that out, guys. I can take calls now. How cool was that? Was the audio clear and crisp on that? I hope it was. Listen, I love you guys so much. Be on the lookout. I've got Darkman 4K review coming. I've got Willy's Wonderland. I'm the most excited about this to review. And then I've got the Conan Chronicles. I just had somebody saying, Christian, when is your action stuff coming? I got the Conan Chronicles. The goddamn Conan Chronicles. So give me a break. No, I mean that in a fun way. I'm very excited to watch that. Listen, guys, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I know when I need to leave the party. I don't need to stay too long, so we're going to wrap it up. But do me a favor. If you haven't dropped a like on the show, please do. I want to give a shout out to my super chats real quick. Dynamite Tiger with a $4.99. Thank you so much. I want to thank Big K Movies and Games with his $5 super chat. And I want to thank Duncan Patillo for his $4 super chat. The money goes right back into the channel. And listen, the last thing I want to say, guys, go right now, UnitaCandles.com. I have all kinds of stock on there right now, and it's all. This is like going to only be up for the next couple days because we're getting ready for the Irish sale. Everything is 50% off. 50. You're going to get your melts for $2 a piece. Guys, go on there right now. Get about 10 melts for $2 a piece for $20. I'm going to send you a box the next day. You order today, I ship it tomorrow. That's my mantra. Go on right now, guys. If you've never gotten from us before and you've been interested in getting some of the melts, go right now. UNITAcandles.com. Order all your melts, guys, right now. So thank you. Please drop a like on the show. God bless you guys. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. I won't take this long of a break again from doing a live stream, and I'll see y'all soon. So God bless. Y'all be good. Good night.